Greetings and welcome to the Battlefield 3 Dev Commentary. This run was made as part of a charity event to raise money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. It is provided free of advertisements, and instead I would like to ask that if you enjoy this content, please consider leaving a small donation. You will find a link to the donation page on screen and in the video description. Enjoy.
Oh fuck, this is a jet mission.
Yep.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to go soon too. That's too bad.
Alright, yep.
I'll watch the first 10 minutes.
Yep. It isn't that long either.
No, he just has they have like a argument about something. I remember when I was writing this, it was like, how am I gonna, I had to work like backwards, and then, I don't know. It was just like a mind fuck, this whole thing.
That's the thing, if you haven't played this, the story of this goes very far from chronological. So the first mission is actually the last mission, but only a piece of it, and then there's jumping back and forth, all told, depending on how you tell the story in these scenes. So you're talking to these interrogators, and they, you know, what you're playing is that story. So it jumps back and forth a terrible amount.
You know what's funny about the jet mission is that, like, now that Oculus is around, it's perfect for Oculus.
Yeah, that would be.
You'd probably throw up, but it's like that's really what it was being made.
Not really, I think, because the Oculus stuff is really good when you have a cockpit. Like, whenever you have a cockpit, you're fine.
Yeah.
So it might actually be really good.
It would have been very good.
This whole part is just like a long military porn show-off.
Yeah. I remember when people were really into it just from like, holy crap, no one's ever seen this.
Yeah.
And so that part, I think, is
I actually think I didn't like it then, but I think it turned out really good. And there was a lot of stuff where, like, you should walk because the players should interact. So you held forward to get through this thing, and it was like, no, it turned out much better this way, where we just removed all of that and just let it be a scene.
Yeah. I think, like this, I still think this looks fucking awesome.
It does. It does. It is amazing in terms of visuals.
It really looks sick. Picture of Purdue of this mission? What does that mean?
Purdue does really, really high quality screenshots of the games.
Oh, no, I haven't seen it.
I probably have, but I can't remember exactly what it is.
I'm pretty sure Andrew Hamilton is responsible for the sea looking like that.
Yeah.
I think I remember him doing that.
Yeah, he is very talented at that kind of stuff. There are a lot of tiny details in this as well, like where she puts the helmet on and the sound goes slightly muted. Yeah. Just that kind of stuff just adds so much to this kind of...
Yeah. This was Linus and Frederick Arvidsson, if I remember right, doing like just suffering, and tons of animators.
Yeah, it was a lot of... So, yes, I think if you're... reading in the chat in Twitch, I guess it was talk about whether you could fly it or not and stuff like that. But there's no, even though this is like, what do you have to do here? Right, you just have to look at it.
You gotta look at
all the stuff is a ton of custom animations on top of like an actual vehicle. So there was a two-seater vehicle.
Yeah,
but it also, like, you couldn't fly it normally, and it was specially made for this, and it's just super animated for all these things.
I mean, we would have had to, and it's not to say we shouldn't have, but to do this as like a, and learn to fly a plane when the planes in PF are generally really hard to fly. Yeah. It just would have taken longer than I think than we had, and this took, or we would have had to accept like much lower fidelity. And at the time, it didn't seem like a compromise that anyone was going to make. And, again, like, if we could have just done all the sandboxy stuff that we liked and made it closer to MP in some ways, I think it would have been better for the gameplay.
Yeah, it would have been, but I think also, like, the end result is a point where the linearity actually kind of works.
Yeah, this one, I think, except it's just you're doing like a little too much, if I remember right. Like
it's a bit too long.
It's too long. It could have been like probably 5-10 minutes shorter.
I've also, like, at the end of the project, I was sort of responsible for making sure that every part of it worked. So I spent a lot of time just playing this over and over and fixing all the bugs and stuff, because it was so complicated to get all of the custom animations to string together right.
Yeah.
And the designers that worked on implementing this had never done anything like that before. So it was kind of buggy, and I had to play it a lot. So at one point, I knew every single little moment by heart, and I could just shoot down everything perfectly.
Oh, that's funny.
It's all disappeared from my mind at this point.
It's probably best for everybody. Yeah, the jet pulling effects is really cool. I mean, there's just visually, it really was kind of amazing. At the time, anyway, it had like the feeling.
The mood of the scene is amazing.
Yeah. So, like, if someone asks, like, what was cool, I think it's back to, those are the things that I think we got right more often than not, but they weren't paired with other stuff that would have been better to get right. Would have been great if you just, like, you know, crashed right into that sheet. After that whole thing, that would be totally DC. Like, you fucking take off the aircraft carrier,
massively.
and all of a sudden the thing, like, just fails and slams into the aircraft carrier, and they're, like, in the water.
This is all fake, by the way. You go into cloud and you come out somewhere completely different.
Can you use the cloud for streaming?
Yeah, the cloud is made to just get rid of all of that stuff. You're way higher now, and everything is a backdrop.
Yeah. Driving too forgot. I thought
It's probably something to do with you switch a seat implicitly at some point, or...
yeah, probably.
It's actually the part of the game I'm least confident in completing in a reasonable way.
Oh, the jet stuff?
Yeah, because it's not like normal game. It's all custom. I don't remember anything of this.
No, I
It's just-
definitely wouldn't want to try to complete this because there's the whole like flares and then
yeah. Alright, you had to wait it out.
but it really was very Top Gun.
Yep.
Except there's no Tom Cruise. Pretty good to look at though. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm watching it like, oh man, right, it looks really good. Like it just doesn't play the same way.
You have to wait until you get the actual like beeping sound from. It's all like beep 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 beep.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, God.
Does that stop?
You can do those like.
It's like an air brake.
Yeah, the air brake. I mean, they're really hard to do.
Ah, damn. Now I remember. Have to wait until he's dumped his flares and then go.
You can also
There you
kill
go.
with cannons. I don't know which you're using.
I'm using them myself. They are the most reliable thing.
Yeah, cannons is pretty hard.
Yeah. The worst thing is, like, you have no concept of what the way these planes are moving, right? But if when you're animating these and have to string the animation together, you will really notice if there's a glitch and you like teleport away.
Yeah.
So suddenly you're like in somewhere entirely different.
Yeah.
I'll fire that. Can I get him? Yep.
Oh, alright. I gotta roll out.
There's flares and just fire.
Need to kill this guy.
Yeah.
And the shooting. I see that. So it's been awesome to, or well, I don't know if that's the word I'd use, but it's been it's been something to look back at this thing. We should probably do this again at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing through it now because it's on the stream.
Yeah, no, it's good. If I get a chance, I'll try to pop back on. I'll let you know.
Yep.
Awesome, man.
Thank you for joining me in.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and good luck, everybody. Enjoy the show. It'll be good. Or something.
All right.
Take it easy.
Thanks, man.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. Wow. Okay, hold on. Skype appears to have ducked the sound of the game quite a bunch. So it turned up quite a lot immediately when you hung up. So how about that? We'll take a quick break here, by the way, just check out what's happening. Got another donation for $5 from Sebastian. Thank you very much, Sebastian. Awesome that you do this. Support from Sweden. Smiley. Thank you very much. I actually think that it's a pretty good thing that Skype does that normally, but I was not ready for it now. Let's see, lots of notifications. Alright, let's keep going. Yes, please save my settings. Return to the game. So, the logic is kind of fragile here. You have to really wait for them to dump their flares until you can... Actually, it's pretty loud still. Audio. Let's go with that. That sounds more like it was before. Yeah, still a bit loud, it's said now, but I don't know if that was before or after my second change. So let me know what you think now. Just lost short 14. So here's the probably this part of the section where we could have skipped it a bit. This is just the same thing again, really. Maybe I get those right. But yeah, it is an interesting mission in its effect, but it was so much work. And since it's all fake, it has nothing to do with what you do in multiplayer. That's a bit of a problem because you really want the great single player, in my opinion, is something that really prepares you for the same game in multiplayer, and this is completely separate. Flares and fire. Did you also work on MP? For this game, not much at all, actually. I worked a bit on MP for BF4, and then even more on MP for post-launch BF4. But in general, no. Okay, let's do that then. I'm gonna actually turn my own volume down a bit and then turn up the microphone volume up a little bit, because we lowered it when Dave joined in. Might just put it there. See how that is. Fire. There we go. And some more Battlefield theme. I do think it's a very good match. It's really the mood is fantastic, and a lot of people. It's kind of a divider mission. A lot of people really love this mission, and a lot of people are like, "What the fuck? Why don't I get to fly the plane?" So yeah, and I agree. In the perfect world, you would really learn to fly a plane the same way you do in multiplayer, because that's where a lot of people have trouble. So that's where a good tutorial style single player would come in handy. But it is what it is. And again, straight through the debris, and we're going to skip completely into something else. Oh, here's the answer, by the way, to your question about why there's 3 seats. This is the 3rd seat. You switch over to a completely different set of weapons and stuff. And this is also all custom. It's all a bit weird the way you get to do something that's completely outside of the normal BF style weaponry the use of vehicles, but yeah. There's a lot of just like cinematic stuff that is in game, but that you can't really do anything in. Switches over to ground attack, and you hit one, and now you're ready to go. And fire. Is that backdrop ground or actual geometry? It is a big textured ground plane with what you see is like all the surrounding stuff. I do believe like the houses and stuff is actually geometry, but it's like low def stuff. Some of it is more high def. But most of it is actually pretty... Most of this effect is actually just a texture, pretty much. And we're going switching over to the guide. Infrared. See, like there's all these buttons that you don't really use. And you're blowing this up. This is like... We had an ocean of problem with this because you have more planes than you actually have to take out to finish this part of the mission, so there was a lot of like back and forth of the logic would kick in but you hadn't killed enough planes, or it would not kick in when you had killed enough planes and you ran out of planes and all kinds of stuff that went wrong here. But yeah, the gameplay of this part of the mission is less than exciting, let's just say that. This whole part is like, if this hadn't been here, I don't know what the game would have suffered that much. Right, Syria to find those bunkers. Just can't really remember where that was at the moment. This is the main terminal, I guess. It's these. Let's see if I got that. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Where's the planes you have to take? Yeah. We're not gonna get that plane.
This is Reaper 1. You got another fighter turning onto the runway now.
Do we? Like, yeah. What is considered a stance in Frostbite when it comes to a vehicle? That's a very technical question. Yeah, I don't actually remember entirely what it is. It's one of those when you can select multiple firing modes and stuff out of one. Here we go. Do I have infrared on? There we go. Now we got beeping. Come on. Please fire. There we go. But yeah, I don't remember exactly. There's like about the vehicle systems in Frostbite. Like there's a ton of stuff. So much stuff in there, and there's like all these kind of weird things that you have in a VF game that you don't really think about, where you have a EOD bot, which is actually a weapon that you hold in your hand, but then it's also a vehicle that you can control, and then it has its own weapons and stuff. There's just complexities like that. So All of those have different names.
Roger. Okay, Hawkins. Get ready to laser for Bulldog 3-3.
Once upon a time I remembered exactly the sequence to where to go, where to look.
Be advised, you have a single aircraft approaching from the south at low speed, altitude 502. Do you have eyes on? Over. Roger. It's a helicopter. Looks like it's headed for the vehicles. Roger. You have 4-6 on station. 4-6, this is Reaper 1. We need them to get out of the car so we can verify it's our target. Stand by to engage. Bulldog 3-3. We will laze for gun run. How copy? Roger. Solid copy. They're definitely PLR. You are clear to engage. You are clear to engage. Paint the area. 3-3 is standing by.
Alright. There we go.
2 seconds. They're boarding the helicopter.
If BF3 would be a movie based on the BF3 storyline, would you be interested in watching it? I think, to be completely honest, let's just sort these out first.
Roger. 3 seconds.
The story in itself is not like bad. It's the problem is not the story in this game. The problem is the way the story has been sort of attempted to be made into a game that is far too much story and far too little game. What happened there?
Roger. 2 seconds.
So the yeah, there you go. You didn't need to hit all of those, for instance. So this is where logic broke down.
Call signs be advised. We have further units securing the airbase now. Negative on further ground attack. How copy? Roger. Solid copy. Switch off the camera. Let's get back to the boat.
Let's get back to the boat. Here's this interesting thing where
Heavy 212.
there was an idea of a whole different section here that would teach you to actually fly the plane and let you land the plane yourself on the carrier. But yeah, the idea was the pilot, the guy who's actually piloting the plane gets hit, and then you have to land it, and there's all kinds of stuff on that. But that obviously that is just really, really hard, and it's just ended up with this.
Dark 46, got your hook down, looking good, you got the ball. Dark 46, on glide path, on course. Put him on, call the ball. I got the ball, bringing her down. 40 knots, on the ball.
And yeah, it was supposed to be nighttime and all that kind of stuff.
600. Power. 550.
Again, it's just porn if you like military hardware and stuff. It's really just a cool sequence, but it's just a sequence. So if you take all of these cool sequences and you string them together, you get a pretty cool story, right? So why not? Am I still working on Battlefield? I'm still working for DICE, but I'm currently on Mirror's Edge Catalyst.